My name is Laura Vodas, and I am the Coordinator of Community Standards and Mediation here at the University of Maine at Augusta. This video is designed to provide you some background information about the Student Conduct Code and the student conduct process here at UMA. The University of Maine system has a Student Conduct Code, which is a policy governing student behavior on all of its campuses. The code is designed to be educational in nature and generally provides a learning opportunity for many types of student misconduct. The code primarily focuses on behaviors or on the actions of students. There are 44 different types of violations listed in the code and include everything from theft to plagiarism to drug possession. I would encourage you to take a look at the code by clicking on the link. It is important to note that free speech is protected by our Student Conduct Code. However, speech that rises to the level of threatening, harassing, or intimidating others is prohibited. The student conduct process is administrative in nature. It is not parallel to the criminal justice system, though there are some similarities. Students can potentially be charged with a student conduct code violation, and if a state, local, or federal law has been violated, that student could be charged criminally as well. Any sanctions that are imposed are designed to be appropriate for the violation. A couple of notes about terminology. The person alleging a violation of the Student Conduct Code is called the complainant. The complainant may be the university itself, a member of the university community, such as a faculty, staff, or other student, or a guest of the university. Victims are automatically considered complainants by our university policy. In some cases, like sexual harassment or sexual violence, complainants have the right to know the outcome of a case and may be able to appeal a finding or imposed sanction. In many cases, the complainant will not have the right to case outcome information, as it is considered a protected student record. In this process, the student who allegedly violated the code is called the respondent. They have due process rights afforded to them by this policy. That means that they have the right to be informed of the specific charges against them, to know which policy they allegedly violated and how. They have the right to examine the information that is being used against them, the ability to ask questions of witnesses, and the right to respond to any information. They get to explain their side of the story. When a report of an alleged violation of the code is made, the Student Conduct Code officer will investigate the situation. Normally, a written statement is required for case processing purposes. The submitted statement should be descriptive in nature, outlining not only the situation at hand and what was said by whom, but specifically the behaviors that were witnessed as well. For instance, if a student disrupted a class, we would ask the complainant to describe the ways in which the student did so, such as continually interrupting a class after being asked not to, not leaving after being requested to, or yelling while physically approaching someone in an aggressive manner. The conduct officer will speak with the complainant about the situation to obtain any background information. I will also ask you the manner in which you would like the situation with the student approached. Cases are approached either formally or informally. In an informal situation, the student may be asked to meet with the student conduct officer to discuss the behavior at hand and the concerns that have been brought to the attention of the university. This does not include formal charging or adjudication of Student Conduct Code violations. Complainants may also request that a case be processed formally. For this to be done, there needs to be sufficient information to suggest that a Student Conduct Code violation has occurred. If that is the case, the officer will proceed with formally charging the student. Any faculty, staff, student, or guest of the University of Maine at Augusta may make a complaint about a potential Student Conduct Code violation. Most cases are adjudicated through an administrative hearing with the student conduct officer. This means that the two meet, along with a support person for the respondent if requested, to discuss the charges, the policy allegedly violated, the circumstances of the case, and any relevant information that the respondent would like to share. The respondent has access to a copy of the complaint that has been filed against him or her. After discussing the situation and hearing the respondent's side of the story, the student conduct officer will consider all of the information and make a determination of responsibility. If the respondent is found to be in violation of the conduct code, the officer will then assign sanctions appropriate for the violation. A written copy of the finding will also be provided to the respondent. The other option for case processing is bypassing the student conduct officer and having the case be heard by a representative student conduct committee. At UMA, the committee typically is made up of 3 students, 1 faculty, and 1 staff member. The respondent and the complainant both have the opportunity to present their case in a student conduct hearing. The conduct officer will present additional information gathered through the investigative process. The committee will hear all the parties, ask questions, evaluate credibility, and determine responsibility. If the respondent is found to have violated the student conduct code, the student conduct committee will assign sanctions that are appropriate for that particular violation. A written copy will be provided to the respondent, and in some cases to the complainant as well. In either case, the outcome is determined by using a preponderance of the evidence standard. This means that the deciding party, whether it be the conduct officer or the conduct committee, has determined that more likely than not, a violation of the conduct code did occur. This standard is often thought of as the 50% and a feather standard. Information regarding case outcomes is considered a student record and is thus protected by FERPA and the Need to Know standard. Often, the outcome information is not provided to the complainant. In some specific cases, this information is made available. If you have questions regarding the outcome of a case, please feel free to ask. A couple of final notes to consider. First, guidance and support are always available when dealing with a difficult student situation. When you have concerns about a student's escalating or decompensating behavior, please be in touch with the BIT team, with the conduct officer, or with the dean of students. Secondly, timely reporting of events is important. When a problem happens, let us know so that we can address it before the issues get larger. Finally, as you likely know, we cannot remove a student from a class without employing due process. In some cases, we can have a student temporarily removed from a class until adjudication of formal charges occurs, should the situation require an immediate action. This is not common. If you have questions about the Student Conduct Code, the Student Conduct Code process, or you are interested in sitting on the Student Conduct Committee, please be in touch with me. I can be reached by email at laura.rodas@maine.edu or by telephone at 207-621-3226. Thank you.